Hey YouTube world, what's going on? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what the title says. Where Vince Lombardi once talked about a play or the power sweep for 8 hours at a time. 8 fucking hours. I heard about this through an episode called Football Life, where they get people from football personnel, from like coaches to owners to players, from the past though, and this episode was John Madden. You know who John Madden is, right? Everybody does, or at least most people do that. Follow football though, from his games to his broadcasting to his coaching, and even for that brief stint of could have been a player. Well, I mean, he got drafted in 1958 by the Philadelphia Eagles, but an injury sidelined him before even his career took off though. So pretty much coaching went on from that. He coached the junior college in California, and then I think he went to San Diego State. Then he was the linebackers coach for the Raiders. And then once, I forgot the Raiders coach before him. That was the coach when John Madden was the linebackers coach. Once he left, though, I guess him and Al Davis kind of were just like chit-chatting back and forth, and it's like, okay, you're going to be the next coach. And John Madden was the next coach of the Oakland Raiders from 1969 or something to 78. It was most of that. It was around that time though, and he won that Super Bowl too though. But yeah, and in the series of Football Life, of course, they talk about everything from childhood to early adulthood, going to high school, college, and then the development of, if you're going to be the professionals or not, and then how you start off, and then you just swing from there, and then personal life and issues and matters outside of football. Damn, I'm coughing. I've been sick for a couple days, so bear with me. But in one segment back in the early 60s, in the early 60s, John Madden went to a football clinic that he attended where Vince Lombardi was a guest speaker, and he talked about a play for 8 hours. Well, more like he talked for 4 hours, they had a lunch break, came back and talked for 4 more hours. So 8 hours total about the power sweep. And if you don't know what the power sweep was, it's basically when the quarterback hands the running back the football, like kind of tosses him, and then the running back starts going to the side though. And back then, football on the offensive side was predominantly just pass. Very, very, ever rarely run. And the Packers back then, once Lombardi took over, it was kind of changed things and developed more with the running game. But talking about a play for that long, my question is how? How? That is impressive. It's so impressive. How do you do it? Some people would say how and why. I don't go with why, because why would somebody talk that long? Well, you should know the answer already after you go through it. And because of that, after John Madden sat through Lombardi's lecture for that long, he said after that day he didn't know jack shit about football compared to Lombardi standards. Now, if you think about it, you, me, other amateur filmmakers that make videos about football, how would it be if we talked for 8 hours about something? And first of all, could we even talk for 8 hours? Secondly, would the attention span of anybody still be listening by then? And thirdly, how much more detail can you go into a power sweep? Something so simple. Only Vince Lombardi was able to do it. That's you want to put his knowledge and then compare to our knowledge. As I was saying earlier, like you, me, other filmmakers, and then don't forget the analysts, like that work at ESPN, Fox Sports, whatever that cover football. When of course they know a lot of football too. They know more than most of us, but you want to talk about and compare with Lombardi's knowledge and status. Lombardi's like up here. They would be somewhere right here, and we would be right here eating dog shit. It's just unheard of. Unheard of. So back to Lombardi and talking about a play for 8 freaking hours. Unheard of. Crazy. But Madden just had an epiphany that day and was just like, yeah, I know nothing about football. How could I talk about one play for 8 hours, go into depth, and talk about the ins and outs of something so simple and try to extend it that long? Do you know football? Honestly, do you really, really know football? Hey, we're gonna have a big game coming up on Sunday. What I mean by we, I just mean the football audience is gonna watch a big game on Sunday, though. I don't mean by we as in, Falcons were no. Just the football audience is gonna watch a big game on Sunday. And a lot of people are gonna watch it. I'd say about TV audience viewer would be like, I would spend for like the last 25, 30, 40 years. Half the U.S. population, though. And then worldwide, it's a little bit, but yeah. It's going to be fun, though. Can't wait. Oh, and I got another video that I want to make. Well, today is January 30th, but it's not till February 1st. If you know what happened on February 1st, 2004, 14 years ago. If you do, put it on the comments below, and I want to hear your opinion on that. And also with the whole creation on YouTube. Oh yeah. That's something I will talk about in my next video for sure. Anyways, though, I got much love for you guys, and go out, just have a good time. And after football, I'm gonna start, like I said, with movie or book projects. They may not be frequent though, but I'll pop in, every now and then. Because I gotta work, I have other things going. Alright? Unless I was making money off this, which after the 20th, February 20th, no. It's gonna be a hobby, sort of, which I guess it's always been. Anyway, so, yeah. Much love for you guys, and I'm out.